always has his hat.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sugoi Kakkoii, the podcast. So nice, we named it not once, and not 3 times, but 2 times, ladies and gentlemen. We are your hosts with the mosts. I'm Ariana, and the other 2 are Caden and Greg. Okay. Nice. Our docket is gonna be on the screen. Thank you, Greg, for editing that in. This is episode 12.
That was the stupidest
AKA...
intro. It's not episode 12, it's episode 11. Oh my god.
Oh no! Wait, do I have to do that again?
No, it's too late. It's too late.
It's
you
all
screwed up everything.
We didn't do.
You've ruined everything.
Wait, I'm gonna make it real quick.
No, it's too late. We're going anyway. Right.
We're professional.
We're
this
professional.
Is episode
here.
11, plus 12, aka the finale for
plus
the
13, plus 13
season.
Plus 13 because Violet.
Plus 13 because of Violet.
This is the big one.
Plus wrap ups.
Alright,
yeah, so
this is the big ol'. It's basically the big ol' finale.
Yeah, basically we
for winter season.
We procrastinated a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad. Yeah, sorry.
Just a tad.
We're back and we got a big, beautiful episode for you guys.
Yeah.
Big, beautiful episode.
This is
it's kind of like a little sorry.
It's a final review of everything. We're doing 11 through 12 and also 11 through 13 for Violet. It's gonna be great.
We're kissing the good old winter season goodbye. And say hello to spring.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God.
Oof. We I can talk about spring. Oof. But alright. Yeah, hype. So anyway, I guess we'll jump right in on it. So
jump right into the big boy.
So this time, since we have so much to talk about, we may be going to 15 minutes, although 10 minutes is probably like just concise. So we'll try to make it fast.
For some anime.
We'll try to make it fast, but we'll say
fast,
like,
but
around
there's definitely some series that are worth more talking about than some.
We'll try.
You probably already know what they are, but...
Oh my god. So let's just get started with Violet. And
let's go.
Okay.
It won. It won, everybody. Spoilers, it won.
It won. Spoilers, it's the best anime of the season.
Watch it.
And
recommended.
Oh my god.
The list.
Big recommend. I feel sorry for people who actually dropped that, because I've talked to a couple of people who tried watching it and they're like, you know what, it's really boring.
Boo.
And I was like, you know what? What episode did you stop
there
at?
Was a train. There was almost a train explosion.
See, that's the problem.
Yeah,
if you stop at.
Yeah. You can't drop this thing just based on the 3 episode rule, which is why I think that the 3 episode rule is kind of antiquated. Just because there's so many times now, especially like in contemporary anime, where you have so many people trying to deconstruct, or in this case, like just have like such a good series like later in. That's what Steins Gate did, for example. So like it's
are you dissing early Steins Gate?
I'm saying that most people dropped Steins Gate in the beginning until like episode 9, but holistically, Violet was definitely like the most enjoyable of everything by far.
It was definitely worth. Yeah.
There wasn't anything like too glaringly awful about it. I mean, there would have been if the major came back, but you know. It's cool that he didn't.
Okay, let me talk about that.
We're not going to talk about it.
We're skipping all episode 11 and 12 and going straight through the end.
No, we're going to address 11 and 12 before. But okay, so basically my line of thinking, right? So earlier today, Ariana, she tells me that she already watched episode 13, and I watched episode 13 today. And she was telling me that she was mad about it, and she also said that what you think happens is going to happen. So what I interpreted that as was, I guess the major's going to be back, right? Well, I'm waiting, and it's not happening. And then, you know how in the last 30 seconds, she walks up to like...
It would literally ruin the whole series.
Okay, hold on. Wait. There's way more than just the last 30 seconds where she opens the door and smiles and she's like, oh, I'm Violet Evergarden. No. There's definitely more than just that.
No,
that
what
proves
freaked me
that
out,
Major's alive.
No, what freaked me out, because when she, like, opened the door, and then she said, "Oh, welcome."
Got on the floor and everyone looked at the dinosaur.
Like, and then she like looked up, and then like her face like did like a holy crap, I'm so surprised. I was like, oh my god, is that the Major opening the door? And then she just changed back to being happy, and I was like, wow, I just got freaking.
Why do you want him to come back?
I seriously
literally ruined the whole point of the series.
There is no person. We've met
it.
so many customers for Violet Evergarden, and what reaction? She's never had that certain reaction with anyone.
No, okay.
So,
okay.
I mean, this might be a special person. I mean, that could be like, I don't know, a person she's known before or something, but again, it's big bets, it's Major.
No,
also, this anime is confirmed
Okay,
for
look.
an OVA this summer, and possibly a second season.
Okay, look. No, okay.
So
I was on your side, Ariana. I thought that the Major was alive. And I'm not saying that I gave up on thinking that he could be alive, but I'm becoming I would be less happy if it was revealed that he was. And hear me out, and Caden's probably going to feel the same. Like, if the Major came back around episode 10, it would be better, because then they'd be able to rationalize it, and they'd go through, like, the entire, like, arc of Violet realizing that the Major actually was alive and everything. If they had it as a plot twist at the end, that would spoil everything they build up for.
All right, so wait.
No. If he came back in any medium at all, it would underline the whole point of the entire series. The whole point is like death and loss and love.
That is true.
So if he's not dead or gone and he just loves her, it's the whole purpose, because we're just gonna have this secular like.
No. Like, if he came back around like episode 10, which is possibly one of the worst times you can ever bring back the Major, like the rest of the anime would be dead, because like, again, like what Caden said, is like kills off the whole meaning of this anime. But the thing is, I knew they were going to make it ambiguous, because I think we talked about this earlier, that like, oh, they're not going to show if he's alive or not. It's just going to be like an ambiguous thing for like the viewers to like guess, oh, he's going to be like alive or not. But again, I'm still sticking to the PV, which was released before the anime got aired, and I'm sticking to the OVA. I have high hopes that it's not going to be a fan service episode, but you know, it might be, judging by Q&A.
Oh my god. No,
but and a second season, which I don't think Major will probably have like a big impact in it, but
please don't come back, Major.
But I personally think this anime is good without a second season.
Yeah, it is a good little watch.
I agree.
I think this is definitely
They should end
fine.
it now. They should end it now. And
Stop.
OVA is okay. Maybe a movie or some sort.
Yeah.
A movie is okay.
Yeah.
But I can't stand a second season.
Yeah. Like, although, one of my questions were answered. We finally figured out why the guys wear heels. It's so they can easily remove
kick bombs off of the like finally.
Okay.
I think I wrote finally his gay heels come in handy for something.
No,
You know whose gay heels didn't come in handy?
Violet.
Benedict.
No, Lynn's.
Oh.
Did you not see him?
Don't spoil
Oh
it.
my god. Don't spoil things.
Sorry.
Okay, look.
Alright, we
Okay,
ain't touching
so
that.
let's back up. But no, for all the like amazingness that Violet was, I just have to say that entire bomb scene, I was so confused as to how Benedict was able to catch Violet. Like, I had no idea where the bomb.
He has massive grip
No, you
strength.
see the heels make him run faster.
Like I thought they were way further apart than that. Like
she probably jumped off at a good angle, aiming for him.
I don't know. I was pretty confused with like the positioning. Usually the animation is so high quality that like I have to nitpick this because it almost came as unexpected. Because like Kyoto An is so good at just animation consistency. So
honestly, it's the consistency is good, but like it's just all up in your face. So like if you're not used to KyoAni's like
good-looking
usual
anime.
animation, actual good budget,
good-looking thing.
Actually, good
like
budget.
if you go from like
Death Mart or Citrus.
I'm gonna say Ito Junji on this one.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, okay.
There are some scenes like Ito
man,
Junji.
too much foreshadowing.
Point
Too
out.
much foreshadowing. Let's back it up. But no, like I feel like we should talk about episode 11 though, because I'm really sad that we didn't get a full dedicated episode to episode 11 once again.
I don't know. You were being like, "Oh, this is the saddest episode yet." It was a good episode, but it's like, I thought that episode 11 was sadder than episode 10.
No. I thought that the paratrooping and like having to deal with like, okay, like, the reason why is because it wasn't as sad until we got the reaction of, like, Maria and
can we talk about Maria?
Aiden's family? Their voice actors were so good, though. Oh my god, please. Please. Oh my god.
Damn, dude.
Just saying.
Oh my god.
Aiden was a lucky guy.
This is... Okay.
We come from Anne, 16-year-old Anne, to Maria.
This is retribution for me calling 18-year-old Hannah.
Yeah.
That's what you
get.
get.
That's what you get. That's definitely what you get. But I agree. Like, episode 11 was pretty...
That was good. It did lore right.
It was
which
good.
Is something Death March could learn from. Actually, it's stuff from a lot of things with the world building aspect could learn from.
Yeah. Oh my god. Because like.
Oh god.
I mean, they got you. You got Warkin. You got 12 and 13.
I know, and it was awesome because it had context for stuff, and so everything had weight, and you could actually believe the antagonist. Like they had a purpose for existing, and you wanted to root against them because they were bad people.
Yeah, they were bad. And also, Violent didn't pull a Deus Ex Machina and just, like, beat 100... Okay, well...
Well, she kind of did.
I was a little bit...
I love how OP Violet is, but I like the fact that she did get wounded.
She did lose.
I mean, like, on episode 11, like, she was pretty...
She did kind of go full
do you ever just wonder like how she got trained? Like how did she become like this overpowered?
I think it was implied like she didn't have emotions, so it was like she was just fearless. Like everyone had that training, but she just didn't care if she died. So she would do crazy stunts.
I guess so. I mean like physically that's pretty straining.
Yeah, it's an anime. 14-year-old girls can beat up grown men.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So.
Suspend your disbelief a little.
I don't know. She seems a lot older now.
Definitely okay, Greg. Oh, yeah. You want to justify that some more, bud?
Okay, I should have thought
Greg's
before
like,
I spoke.
ooh,
well,
she's finally legal.
World,
ladies and gentlemen.
Legal.
In Death March's world, she was legal by the time that Gilbert got her, so... Okay.
Wait. I have a question. So, is what's his name? Hodgins? What's his name? Colonel Hodgins?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Claudia
General? Okay, anyways. Yeah, are they, like...
Yeah,
is that their child?
Are they together?
I was
confused.
I think they're together.
I guess so.
I don't know.
Cause, like...
Poor Erica falling in love with Benedict was the biggest...
No, she deserved that for bad taste. She deserved that for bad taste.
What do you mean? Erica was so nice to Violet. She deserved better.
She does.
Iris is... I don't know if I like Iris, but...
She's brown, so...
Iris is...
No.
Iris is up there.
She had her own episode.
Iris. She's up there.
Luculia is up there. That's the real best girl.
Oh yeah, she was definitely.
All right,
she was
Greg.
up there till Maria came.
You're probably the kind of person who likes Onodera from
No, who in the
Nisekoi.
Okay, I'm gonna anger a lot of people.
Bland girls.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay.
Bread slice.
Anyway.
Yo.
Last thing I really care about saying is that the song from the PV was finally in the anime.
Yes,
and it was
Violet
so
Snow,
good.
So good.
Oh my god, Violet Snow is such a good song, and I really wish it was their ending song. But we finally
I like it ending in this. The ending song was good, but like Violet Snow, this one from the PV is really I love how they placed it. I was waiting for it to actually like show up in the anime, but this is good placement right here.
Yeah, like there was so much good symbolism, so much like they use so many techniques of just having words repeated, like if you order me, I shall go anywhere. I thought that was cool that she said that after continuously saying like the auto memory dolls go everywhere. And then you also had her saying stuff about how she's a battle doll and also an auto memory doll. So
and stuff like she's the Major's dog and she has a dog plushie.
God. I don't know. I just love little things like that. Calm down. But whatever.
It was enjoyable.
Yeah, that's all I have.
It was enjoyable.
That's all I have. I don't want to spoil anymore because this is just such a good series.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're listening to this and you haven't watched it yet, and you listened through all of this,
Which would be weird.
You've done yourself a complete disservice because this series is really great.
But tell your friends to watch
solid.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a solid dub. All right. So with that,
no.
Oh man,
we're finally closing it.
We're closing in.
What score would you give this?
Can we stay on
what
Violet
score would
for
you
like
give
an hour
Violet
longer?
Evergarden?
Can we stay on Violet?
An hour longer so we can avoid this abomination. Well, okay. If I had to give Violet a score, I'd say a 9 out of 10. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to edit out all these silences.
well.
Make up your minds.
You put me on the spot here. Basis, I wasn't gonna give it like a score.
If you want to base this on MAL, I think it's around like 8.2.
I think it's 8.8 or something.
Yeah,
I think it's 8.8.
That's actually pretty high.
That's about where I
because
put
like
it.
Most Q&As are like around high 7s and then like mid 8s.
So you'd put it at like 8.8, kid?
Yeah, maybe like 8.5 to 8.8. I'd say.
I'd say 8.5 because Major didn't show up.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
If he showed up,
I know I made a big bet. I made a big bet that I'd drop it if the Major didn't show up, but like this show was too good.
But technically he did kind of show up.
No, he did not.
Oh my god, we're done.
No, he didn't.
We're done.
In our hearts.
Really didn't.
In our hearts. In here.
Yeah, he's here. He's here with
you.
You. So yeah, he kind of did show up.
That's what they said, remember?
He's right here.
Major's mom was like, he is here. In our hearts, right here.
Oh my god.
In our kokoro.
Well, oh my god. Well,
Nani?
You heard it here first, kids. Violet's
kids.
Good. Now, you know what isn't good?
No.
Coming from a professional.
You know what isn't good?
No.
It starts with C and ends with Itris. It's citrus.
No.
Texas?
So bad. So bad.
Okay,
hey,
so
I'm just glad it's over.
That's true, but
No,
that's not a
Hayden
good
and I were
point.
talking-
round of applause because it's over. It's just me though.
No, okay. Kaden and I were talking, and we agreed. While Death March was bad, we just felt empty after it was done.
Yeah.
When Citrus ended, we were mad. We were so mad.
Death March, you can't care about it. Like you realize by like episode 3, you're done. Like you're done caring about it. But Citrus like baits you, so it's like, well, maybe there'll be an interesting plot point. How about you stick around for another episode? And then they pull what they did with the last 2 episodes, and you want to die.
Oh my god.
I hate this. I hate this anime.
Oh my god. Okay. All I want to say is that I like in episode 10, I was like, Sarah and Nina are really good characters.
I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh my god. Okay, so
I
will
wow,
admit,
I have potential. They have potential to actually do something for the anime.
Okay, see the thing is, I really like Sarah, and
that's a problem. But that's a problem.
I want to like.
That's
Nina.
a problem. You actually like a character in Citrus.
I
that's
like
not
Sarah.
Mitsuri.
Yeah, that's not Mayor Yuzu.
Like this is what frustrated me the most. I like Sarah, even though I hate Nina's voice actor. Like I just. I something about like her voice makes her more obnoxious.
I hate
when she keeps,
Yuzu's
like,
voice
stopping,
actress.
like Yuzu. Oof. Well, I honestly don't know.
That's like what you said with Matsuri. You
Yeah,
said,
I don't know.
Matsuri
It's just
obviously. Matsuri has like the worst voice actress. That's what you.
At least for me, like I can. The thing is, even though Nina was like really annoying for most of episode 12, I could understand why she was doing it, unlike Matsuri. So I'm okay with Sarah and Nina. I'm okay with them. I also am okay with Yuzu's relationship with Sarah and Nina because it contextually makes sense. Wait.
I don't like
what
saying
I don't
my
like.
close friend after 1 day of knowing
Okay, yes,
them.
that was a little bit exaggerated.
Okay, that's
but
like saying that
given
Yuzu's
Citrus,
relationships with other characters doesn't make any sense.
No,
because I think that they definitely do make more sense than these two. As a relationship with Yuzu. Yuzu's relationship with Matsuri definitely makes more sense than her having a close relationship.
No, it actually does because she knew her for years.
Yeah, exactly. And they actually had like flashbacks showing like, oh, this was blah blah blah, so close and dear to my heart. This memory of ours.
And you know what the ironic part? The ironic part is she cared more about Sarah's feelings than she did Matsuru's.
Yeah, because that's
which is weird.
Sarah's likable, unlike Matsuri. God, if someone actually contests me on that, I'll be pretty pissed. Like, Sarah's actually
change my mind.
Sarah's a likable character, for God's sake.
Well, that was the point. Like, the point is she's likable, and then May just screws her over and basically says, like, well,
yeah, okay.
oh, sorry, do you want me to, like, do something for you?
I want to point out two unrealistic things that happened in the past 2 episodes of Citrus.
Episode 11 and episode 12.
The whole production of no. Okay, the fact that Sarah's a short one, right?
Yes.
The fact that Sarah let go May so quickly is so unrealistic.
Yeah, like
I
she's
know
my
that
had to give closure.
Whatever.
No, the producer's like, we're on the last episode. We really have no more time.
No, I thought you said we had 13 in an OVA. That was Violet, dude.
No.
What? You told me this was the highest rated of the series.
Are you telling me this is a Q&A?
Wait, did I walk into the wrong building?
If you want to talk about bad closure,
talk about how Matsuri became
May's best friend. Oh my god.
Okay, and then a second one that doesn't make any sense. You remember that scene where Yuzu was in May's bed? And
which one?
And
be a freaking
you mean
vice president. How did she fall asleep so quickly? And how can she not hear them making sound? I was in my head. I'm like, what is happening? How do you not hear this? She's like, oh, I guess May is so tired she just fell asleep. Good night. Turns off the lights and goes right to
she's unconscious.
Okay?
It was a long day.
May's like. God, May's like, oh, May's like, oh, Yuzu, make sure not to leave the room until the vice president's asleep. And Yuzu's like, okay. And then 30 seconds later, they're about to have sex. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What a great show.
Was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
What a non-conflict.
In episode 11,
what a non-conflict this was.
In episode 11, are we supposed to assume that she's drunk off orange soda?
Yes.
Because that happened.
Yes.
That happened.
That
was a legit scene that happened.
She's underage.
I have an actual theory about this. There's probably something in the juice, bro. It's probably something spiked in the juice. Maybe something fermented in there.
There's no conflict in this.
God. No, yeah, okay, so
what conflict?
There isn't anything. It's like, okay, well, maybe they're friends and now they have a person coming between them. But then it immediately ends. It immediately ends with her being like, oh well, I liked her, but they're
my conflict was, and I was trying to get into my main point after I was saying that I was okay with Yuzu, Sarah, and Nina as flawed as their relationship was. My problem was that why is May worth it? Why is May worth it to both Sarah and Yuzu?
I literally wrote down what is desirable about May.
And wonderful. She's a mature and wonderful person, and I'm like, I have not seen a single good quality about May. And I looked back at the synopsises for every episode, and I was thinking, yeah, so essentially Yuzu loves May, the girl that essentially raped her in episode 1, then proceeded to almost it was just forced kissing. Then in episode 2 and 3, they literally almost got raped. Then in episode 4, May decided to act like she was going super cold shoulder. Then around the 5-6 mark, she started becoming rapey again, and then she went cold shoulder again.
That's what girls want, man.
But there's no reason to like her. There's no reason to like her.
Why
you remember that funny time when she let a girl on by dating her just to spite the person she actually liked? What a good character. Man, she's so nice. Man, I'm glad she made up with it by holding hands with the girl that she really likes.
Jesus Christ. We're trying to, the animators want us to believe that Yuzu falls in love with the first person that she's ever kissed. She changes her sexuality for a girl that she kissed once. That's essentially what happened in the show.
I have no idea. No. Okay, well, first of all, it wasn't Yuzu's fault that she fell in love with Mei, because like first of all,
wasn't her
Mei
fault
was
and it was the writer's terrible.
You're right. It was the
Hey, it wasn't Yuzu's fault. She became gay. It was no. It was definitely Mei's fault, because you know that first episode she was really way too close to her,
really
and then
can't
that
force
came to
someone's sexuality.
it took her into the revelation. She's like, okay, well that's kind of weird. Like we just had a really weird physical connection there, and then they became stepsisters.
I think I'm gay.
And then Mei she's
okay, look. Like what you are saying, Ariana, is that if someone got groped, they would immediately fall in love.
That is exactly not what I'm saying.
I know, but that's what happened.
That is exactly what happened.
That's what happened, but that's not what happened in Yuzu's mind.
What do you mean?
Was like, man, I would love for that to happen again.
Tell me what Yuzu actually likes about Mei, because remember when she was like chasing Mei down? Oh wait, hold on. No, I need to talk about this first. Okay, we don't have to talk about this. No, we're talking about this. So Yuzu goes up to meet Sarah at I don't know what the building's called. It's like the super tall like radio state building, and Sarah's like, oh yeah, she just stepped out like 10 minutes ago. She'll be we're still on our date though. It's just that she wants to talk. I told her that you're coming up and she wants to talk to you, and I was like, okay, cool. And then Yuzu, she runs from noon to night. Literally, the sun goes down, and she's been running for like 8 hours straight. How could Mei have gone somewhere in a span of 10 minutes that Yuzu couldn't find her? And also, how did Yuzu even know where Mei was? Like, where was she running to? It's not like Sarah could have been like, oh yeah, in 8 hours from now she'll be over here, so make sure you catch up to her then. Like, that's
the lead scenes. That's on the Blu-ray.
Found Mei. And then like what?
Yeah, if you get the Blu-ray, you'll understand.
It fills all the
there's a lot of plot holes that they fixed, and obviously budget starts to spike up. So they're
you mean the plot hole, like how Yuzu literally jumped 12 stairs, because that is impossible.
Suspend your disbelief.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Come on, we've been doing it for the past 12 episodes with Death March, so
honestly. She jumped more stairs than Satu has in his harem.
Satu jumped. Have you not seen episode 1 of actual Death March
where
he just starts jumping around mountains?
He did kind of.
And then the salt waves. So don't even talk to me. He walks on water. Don't even talk to me about that. So
he's also a pottery.
I just want to say I think I did call the ending of Citrus. I did call the ending.
You definitely did call the last.
If you go back,
you called it.
Back to like the first episodes.
I sat there feeling retarded, knowing that this actually happened. Like
they walk into the sunset and it's Citrus.
They walk into holding hands
and
the sunset
citrus turns into an orange, and you say Citrus.
And
I should have been a writer for this show. I should have been a writer for Citrus.
I honestly think that one of the writers were listening to our podcast way back in episode 1 and 2 and heard Caden's grand plan. They do that thing that Japanese people,
Kaderu.
This hope. Sugoi ne.
Kakkoii.
One thing I was confused about. So, are we supposed? Were the animators trying to imply that the vice president and Harumin are a ship?
I guess, because now they just hang out in the Spurned Women's Club.
Oh my gosh!
Like, I am more behind that relationship than I am with Mei and Yuzu.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I'm so scared, bro.
Honestly,
you don't understand how scared I am that there might be an actual season 2 to this.
I would die. I would die.
Okay. I want to say there might be a possibility, not because I don't think the writers have or anyone confirmed this, but the anime definitely shows some weird signs about it. All right, so first of all, this anime is actually caught up to the English translation manga, so there's definitely some more to come. And then second, remember the last scene where we were showing all these characters and all that stuff, and the vice president with Harumin and all that? Remember that one scene where they show the student council room and this girl turns on the lights and then we focus onto her face and she just smiles? I'm so scared that they might like introduce her, and then in the next they'd be like, "Oh, second season, here she is."
Maybe
I'm
they were just
scared.
showing her because they realized that there were 3 members in the student council the entire time, and they only showed 2.
And that they
for 12 episodes of
essentially
anime.
act as like the board's like associates, and that there's like 3 of them. Maybe they need some more.
Yeah, because apparently there's no adults to run the school. God, is that really what it is
Greg,
like?
do you not remember that the grandfather has health issues?
Oh, yeah.
Are you
Wait,
making him work
because
that hard?
there's no responsible adults besides the one guy to run it. Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
I forgot about that point. You're right. Let's get this first-year high schooler to run this billion-dollar school. Okay, in the heart of Tokyo. All right.
Oh,
cool.
Okay, one more thing.
I have no idea.
No, one more thing that I need to add. Does the mom know that May and Yuzu are dating?
I'd be disgusted.
That's what happened in my. That's what I kept questioning myself. I'm just like, oh my gosh. If they both accept the fact that they're basically dating, does their mom?
Because
two nukes wasn't enough. If that was the case, 2 nukes wasn't enough. If the mom's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Sure.
Because like, they have to be making some noise, right? Like, and the mom's
some
like,
noise. I
like to imagine the walls are like paper thin, and the mom knows everything.
If they're that quiet, if they were able to do it with literally the vice president a bed right next to them.
Yeah, they must be like
pretty sure they can definitely pull it through with their mom being in a different room. So,
oh my God.
Dude, they're like 100 stealth, bro.
100 still. Okay, well, we're dangerously over. So.
Good riddance.
Give the score.
Good
I want to hear a score from you guys.
1.
Okay, so
1 out of 10. Don't watch it.
Okay, so Digibro rated SAO a 2.
Original SAO?
I don't see it.
Original SAO or
original
Elfenheim?
SAO, Digibro rated it a 2.
No, that's fair, because it was better than Elfenheim.
So, I'm saying that Citrus is a 3.5.
Nope.
Wow.
Sure ain't. A 2 then. I'll move mine to a 2.
I'm saying Citrus is a 3.5.
I was gonna say it was like a 4 or something.
What universe?
It's definitely better than Death March. So I've seen a number of really bad slice of life and a number of really bad romance anime and
actually wait no, that is a good point. Okay, let me change my
I've seen a number of them.
Let me change my
God almighty, I'm so mad that Citrus really screwed it up now because there's essentially no good Yuri anime, and there
continues to be none. And there continues to be none.
No.
There continues to be none. I'm changing my vote. It's not 3.5 anymore. It's a 2.5.
Okay.
It might even be a 2. Might actually be a 2.
It's a 2.
Still.
No, it is a 2.
I'm changing it to 2. I'm changing it to 2.
Thank you.
Locking in my answer. It's a 2.
It is a 2.
Because I realized that Death March is worse than SAO. So like. Yes. I can't make Citrus like a whole 2 points ahead of...
Wow.
That's not happening, so... Yeah, Citrus is a 2. Citrus is literally a 2. I'm sorry. Like... Yeah.
I don't know. I'm giving it a 4 for Harumin.
That doesn't... One girl does not carry a series. We said this before.
I'm giving a 4 for Harumin and Matsuri.
Whoa, all what?
Right. Oh my god. Alright, well,
here's the showstopper. The big one.
Here's the showstopper.
Is the big one.
Oh,
Here it is. We wheeled in a big one, fellas.
You know,
look at that catch.
In a strange kind of like Stockholm syndrome kind of way. It's a little sad to see Death March go. So it's a little sad.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, you know, I don't agree with you, like, at all. I'll be honest, I don't agree with you at all.
I think when something beats you up enough and just leaves you with garbage, and that one day it gives you like an actual bowl of food, you scarf it down and you appreciate it a lot more.
You mean like how Satu treated everyone in the restaurant in episode 11 inexplicably?
Yeah, and like how he had sex with the prostitutes again.
And then also... No, he just tipped. He tipped a waitress, and she fell in love with him. Like, because tipping waitresses is apparently.
And then had sex with her, another prostitute again, as a 15-year-old.
You know what really hits me? It hits me right in the gut.
This whole series.
That there are actual people out there who enjoy this series.
That's a lie. They're faking it. They're faking
I have talked to them. No, I tried to debate about it. I'm just like, what? Okay, I can understand in a viewpoint where you say, oh, this is entertaining to an extent because of the fact that it's so bad. Wait, hear me out. Because it's so bad and you want to laugh at it. Just because, and you want it for laughs. Yeah, it's a train wreck. You want to see something burn and like fall in. Okay, so I understand that. When I was talking to them, they're just like, no, I just enjoy seeing this kind of anime. Like, I'm coming home tired and I just want to see, an anime character like him, enjoy his life in a parallel universe. That is the most retarded reasoning I've ever heard. If I wanted to come home to a good, relaxing anime, I would not watch Death March. That is the least.
I think if we weren't watching
relaxing,
if we weren't watching Death March through this medium, I wouldn't enjoy it, even if it was, even knowing how bad it is. I wouldn't watch it because what am I going to say? Like, oh man, this sucks.
I wouldn't watch it.
Hey me, look
this
how bad this is.
This is not an anime I would watch on free will. If you tell me, hey, you should watch this anime, I will not sit down and go home and watch.
It's like going and watching The Room alone by yourself.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. That's like someone
saying,
"Hey, you should watch The Room." That's like one of the best. That's one of the best movies I've ever watched, and you watch it home alone, and you're just like, "Oh, this is
sad,
really bad,"
and I hate my life.
No,
at least The Room is better than Death March.
No, the thing is, when you have an isekai anime, one of the hallmarks of that genre is, at the very least, even if it's wish fulfillment, there's at least like reasons for there to be wish fulfillment. In SAO, you at the very least got fight scenes that were actually entertaining. In this, their big finale.
There is none.
Their big finale was pottery. That was what we got.
That is the sad. And also more fan service. More fan service. That was very unnecessary.
It's like the show forgot. It was like, oh crap, we have like 10 more minutes of runtime. What do we do? Oh, just have a straddle Satu nude, and then say that if he squeezes.
Yeah, no. The producers like, hey, we haven't seen this girl naked yet. So
hey, take a shirt off. Take a shirt off. Where's the food frames? We used them all up at the first frames of episode 11. No. What are we gonna do?
Is Lulu like best girl now? Because
she's not anything. She's not anything.
I know how irrelevant she was, but we had this whole segment of just seeing her blush in front of the screen for like a very long amount of time. That was very unnecessary. I don't know why this was needed.
You know it was unnecessary? When Satu was like making like aloe vera juice.
Anime?
No, when he was making aloe vera juice, and then he had Pochi and Tama lick it off of his hands.
Hey, so no. He has principles. He has morals. He knows it's ethically wrong. Right.
Because as
quote ethically wrong.
Oh my god. Remember that one scene where they're fighting and he stops the fight and he's like, hey, there's children watching. I was like, what? I had to stop. I had to actually close my laptop because I was like, okay, first of all, when was there ever a scene? If he would stop a fight just because there's children watching, why would he allow them to fight in the first place?
Oh my god.
Hey.
Why would that?
It's trying to white knight so hard.
There are children watching.
Hey.
Oh yeah, my apologies, sir.
I would say that about Death March. Hey, there's children who watch anime. Stop it.
Oh my god.
Stop. There's kids who watch this. Stop
there
it.
There are kids.
Is that one scene from SpongeBob where like Patrick has his like big old belly out? It's like, hey, put that away.
Here, right?
They're like children here.
Also, in this anime though, you have to admit that they're giving equal representation to men, because I saw the first male slave. So I mean,
I'm not gonna give this show any
male
credit.
Slave. There was a male slave, so obviously it knows that.
Yeah, that isn't in Satu's lolly army.
That is. God, I'm so done.
I had no. I think I had expectations. I had expectations. No, I had expectation going into this that it was going to be like it's gonna be like SAO level, like bad, but you can laugh at it, and it has some competent parts. It immediately proved me wrong, of course, but it didn't. It never got my hopes up again. Like Citrus did that.
No, okay, I will admit I did get my hopes up slightly during the Mia arc because I thought maybe there will actually be a battle. There wasn't.
No.
There wasn't.
They did it as soon as they said what level the Lich guy was. They literally power leveled him. It's like he's 40 something. By the way, Satu's 310.
Yeah, like, because there's no suspense when you know that Satu is level 310 and everyone else is at least 7 times lower of a level, or 8. Like, it's... You lose your audience's attention if you think, well, crap, I guess it's over. Like, there's one... Like, Kirito has plot armor, but...
Satu is the plot. He is the plot. He's like like a god. He's a god.
Well, okay, I can't really say that Kirito isn't because in the movie they actually
that was bad.
They made him immortal. Like that they made it. Okay, well that's we enough SAO comparisons.
Yeah, that was bad.
Okay,
this was a trip.
A bad one. A bad one. I wrote in my notes. I wrote in my notes. This is like watching a dead person die again. Because that's what it is.
Violet Evergarden.
God, oh my God. No, like what I think we need to like. Okay,
this is like watching like
what I can't believe is that this entire thing started because he just gave a potion to a peasant that was being injured.
Because there's no plot.
They're not doing anything. 11 through 12. This entire thing happened. Because he had to restock on potions. That was the entire point of episode 11 and 12.
Oh, I thought you were talking about how this entire anime started.
No, the only reason he fell asleep.
You know how this started?
He fell asleep.
The producers were on some form of crack or acid or something.
No, what I don't understand
is for some reason they thought this would have been a good idea. Thanks, Silverlink.
God, why did he need to restock on potions?
You guys really dropped my respect for you.
Restock on potions? He never needed to restock on potions.
The single thread of respect I've had for Silverlink Studios. Like, you guys really downgraded yourselves on this one.
They definitely severed that silver link, if you catch my drift.
So, but you know, I'm just glad it's over, and I can't see myself watching another anime just like this ever again.
Yeah, no.
Too bad that Sword Art Online alternative is.
Oh God, no, I'm not.
In our top 3 of the
I'm not watching.
For spring.
You know,
please don't.
Isn't that like a sequel though, or?
No, it's not. It's not. It's original. It's original.
I think we
didn't have a spin-off rule.
If I
didn't finish SAO.
If I see Kirito or Asuna once, I'm dipping.
No, they're definitely going to reference them. They're referencing to
exactly.
That's what's scaring me. I don't want to see or hear.
Greg, we had Death March, dude. Please.
No,
we're on the ground already. Don't kick us.
We'll talk about this later. Anyway, let's get back to. Actually, are we done with complaining about Death March? I'm just so exhausted.
You know what's bad.
I'm mad
it's
that
bad.
he didn't come home.
What do you mean you mad at
He didn't even come back. He didn't even come back to like the human world. Why do they call it? It's a Death March parallel universe. Come back to your other side now.
There's gonna be a season 2.
Caden, please don't give them ideas. You know that they're listening to our podcast right now. The producers of Citrus are listening to our podcast, and you really don't want Death March producers to listen to us. So. God. Please don't give them ideas.
Maybe they'll do the opposite of what we say. Please give us a season 2 of Death March. We really want it because it was such a good show.
A lot of people are. This one's a keeper.
It's awful.
Oh my God.
Awful. 0. Literally 0 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 1.
No, because that implies that there's something good about it. There isn't.
I give it a 1. I'm giving it a
1
because
exactly.
Exactly.
That's my point.
I'm giving it a 1 because
okay. It's the same reason why you can't give like a 0 when you're grading like a standardized test on a rubric. A 0 implies that they didn't do what was expected of them. And let's check off the list.
They did it.
A zero. No, a legit 0 means that they haven't actually done anything. Like they turned on a blank sheet of paper. I'm saying that this anime is not a blank sheet of paper. There's actually scribbles on this piece of paper, and even though they turned it in, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's legible.
They were special.
But I'm saying they definitely turned something in. And I'm giving it a 1 because they tried. I mean, I'm not giving them a gold star. I'm not giving them a gold star. You tried sticker. I'm not doing that, but, they gave effort.
That's our analysis of the top 3. Let's get into sleepers. Boy.
Top 3.
God, I can't believe the top 3 in my anime list. That's where we are. All right. Okay, so... Pop team.
Woo. Now that's a top 3 right here.
I mean, yeah, I'd say so. And
I'd definitely say it's one of the top 3.
Yeah.
Because,
I mean,
all I have to say is that episode 11 wasn't fantastic. Episode 12, episode 12 was so good. I cannot say enough about how good episode 12 was of Pop Team Epic.
Except you failed another big bet in the fact that the idol thing had no real payoff.
Hey,
okay, to be fair,
if you watched it on episode 11, it definitely had
did you
some
see
sort
episode
of
11?
It was really nice.
Episode 11, like their episode 12 preview for Hoshiro Girl Drop, it was like Sosugu was actually dead the entire time, and I finally remember that she died 5 years ago and she was reincarnated. What do I do? And I'm like, oh my god, what the heck happened to this anime? Why did it get so dark?
It definitely went Madoka Magica on us.
It was so funny. If you go on our anime and you look up the Pop Team Epic discussion thread, there
are theories. There are theories.
There are legit theories on the Hoshiro Girl Drop. What is happening? They're trying to connect the dots because it makes
there's definitely room to connect, and with a confirmed series of this anime being
they just got confirmed that people wanted them to make one, and they were okay with making one.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean they're actually working.
I'm not taking it as a no, but definitely with the income they've got from this one.
If we ever end up reviewing that series, I'm gonna absolutely lose my mind.
Well, at least I'd probably enjoy it. I mean, not with Death March. You never know. It might actually be good.
I mean, maybe, but
it might. I'm calling you right now. If it comes out, and it might actually be good, just like that one weird magical girl anime that just came out spring season.
No spoilers for next season.
Never know.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers for next season. I don't know.
Greg,
I guess the only redeeming thing for episode 11. Well, okay, I'm not.
MB4 scarier than Junji Ito. MB4, because I know you're gonna make the joke. I know you were gonna make the joke, but I just want to stop you because I knew you were gonna make it.
All right. Well, no. Also, the Harasai Haramasakoi.
Yeah, it's back.
Hey.
And all I'm gonna say is that we were going to do this cool April Fool's video. With
it fell apart. Well, actually, no. It might come to fruition if I can get it working.
Yes, Caden. We made the mistake of letting Caden film, and somehow he can't send me the footage. Just bother him because
just sit back for a while and just wait. It'll
come out.
It's gonna be worth the wait.
Yes, trust me. It'll be worth it.
It will be worth the wait.
It will be worth it.
Definitely worth the wait.
Now the April Fool's joke is that it's gonna come out Friday the 13th.
Ooh. My God.
Ooh, spooky. Now that's scarier.
We finally got
Junji
human
Ito.
Papuko and Pipumi. I safely can agree. I can safely confirm that Pipimi is the waifu of the series.
Nope.
Yes. Papuko is the waifu.
No.
I heard you right. Yeah, Papuko's the waifu, right, Ken?
No.
Yeah, I heard you
agree
right.
with all.
I agree with you, Ken.
Both
Papuko is the waifu.
Yes.
I
Papuko too.
Papuko's the waifu.
How dare you?
Hey, even Papuko has good taste. Remember that episode 12 You know, she's putting that gun against the bamboo's head and says the legendary quote, "In the name of the moon, I'll punish you." You know, Papuko's got some god taste, man.
Yeah, who was the one that lived the first run through? Ooh. All I'm gonna say is that Peepamy had to get time traveled back to even have a chance at the finale.
Can we have Peepamy as an absolute beta in the comments? Peepamy a beta, Papuko an alpha.
To be fair to Pop Team, they tied up their stories better than Citrus or Death March.
Ooh.
No, oh my god, all the references were so good. Like they oh man, I just love Pop Team so much. They brought back all the evil producers that were in episode 1.
The fidget spinner.
Takeshobo.
God. I was still trying to figure out who Aoi Shota was, because apparently he works for the staff.
I thought he was a Japanese idol because he does sing. Like he's a singer.
But like he's in the staff. Like if you look up,
he probably works in like a music.
He probably sang. He probably sang the ending credits. Yeah. That's why if they sang for it, then they're added to the staff. But
which is funny
technically
because
not like.
If he did the ending, it's kind of funny, like how every time the ending would happen, like the singers before it would say like, "Oh, why the heck aren't we in the anime?" And then they finally got in the anime. So. Cool.
I mean, he wasn't originally part of it. This is his first ever episode being in it. The voice actors the singers for them are completely different. Who also voices like people from I think Idolmasters. Yeah. Props to them. It's a good taste. I love how the production is like focused less on animation, more on just like a bunch of different things. Like they put more cash into like production of like
yard,
like casting, just on like different things. That just makes the anime like extremely better. Like they're not just focusing on like animation, but more on just like other things, which makes it extremely unorthodox, but it's more enjoyable that way.
I'd say that you shouldn't binge this, but like watch it like one episode per day, and this would be like one of the funniest anime you ever watched.
If you've watched Death March and you really hate your life, pop one of these in one of your VHS players.
That's how we survived.
Yeah, that is
we wouldn't be sitting here today with all of you.
We'd be all in a coma.
We'd be long dreaming.
Long dream. Yep, long dreaming.
I had a horrible dream.
We were gonna talk about you to Junji.
Ooh. Well.
Oh man.
I think I ended up liking this more than I thought I was gonna like it. I'd say.
I'm gonna miss this anime.
Yeah, I'm like okay, this will be cute, but it was actually really enjoyable. I don't know if that was just juxtaposition next to Death March or if it was just really good, but I'm just gonna say it was really good.
When I said that this was gonna be like my sleeper pick, I was like kind of like doubting it. I was like, maybe we shouldn't have this anime because the first episode, I already get what's gonna happen. It's just gonna be one of those grab bag kind of humor. But then I was wrong. It was really good.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Exceeded my expectations.
Oh yeah,
and I'm glad because it's one of my favorite 4 comas. Thank you.
All right. And if you like Undertale, you're sure to like episode 10.
Okay, so rankings, what do you guys think?
Well, I was gonna give this like a 10 out of 10, but then I saw the Undertale thing, so I'm gonna have to give it an 8 out of 10.
An 8 out of 10, alright.
I'm giving it like a 7.5 because some of it weren't funny. I'm not saying that all of it should have been funny, but some of them just like weren't produced executed funny, so.
Alright, I gave Violet a 9, so I'd say this is like a 7.
Gave it a 9?
Yeah, I gave Violet a 9.
Holy shit.
So, it's like, nah, that sucks, bro. I was just messing with you.
And I'm really regretting some. I kind of wish maybe I should go back and change my rankings because, like, I think I went too extreme on some of these things. I guess for me, 7.5 for
that's what.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I think that's understandable. Now, if we're going to talk about what I was really disappointed about, a fall from grace, if you will.
Okay, go ahead.
It would be Ito Junji.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh,
let me get the earful. Oh, Soichi sucks. He isn't scary. He's awkward.
All I'm gonna say is that
I'm not saying that Soichi ruined it.
Smash was okay, but then Soichi just ruined the episode. What a lackluster note to end on.
The Soichi Fuchi crossover.
Yes, we got. And people say Infinity Wars.
Crossover episode or something?
Infinity Wars is the most ambitious crossover in history.
Ambitious crossover.
Me, Soichi. And...
Now that is one of the most ambitious crossovers I've ever seen in anime. You don't see crossover episodes in anime anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh, throwback to freaking Devilman crossover with Cutie Honey back in like 1980s. Okay, we're not talking about 80s anime, but like
that's a really good one. Go watch.
That's a good one. Please go watch.
Oh my god.
Gona Guy would be very proud of you. Anyways,
right.
I don't know. There was stuff about Junji that I loved, and stuff about Junji that I hated. So I guess I'm
okay. So like,
it.
Scarecrow was good. It was a little bit too short, but I liked the Scarecrow volume.
Yeah.
I liked Smashed, although.
Oh, I bet you did. Bring it in.
You could kind of see it coming from like a mile away.
I didn't.
Like, you didn't?
I honestly didn't. It hit me when it hit me. But it hit me when
God.
I'm out. They noticed me. But it hit me when he showed up in the jungle. He's like, "Oh, mosquito."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, I'm retarded."
Yeah. I thought it was cool because it's like, oh, the nectar's like blood, and they drink it, and then they get smacked sometimes. They get noticed. So
now I'm scared to eat honey.
The problem is that Supernatural Transfer Student, it just didn't click with me.
Wasn't scary enough. It was too weird.
It turned into a shonen anime at the end.
It turned into a Pop Team Epic episode. It didn't
Where they
make
got
much.
like
It didn't make much sense. It was just a bunch of random.
They got superpowers.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely did skim a part of this one.
Like, the same thing that happened with episode 1 of Ito Junji, where we were like, they should have spent a lot more time on, like, the girl turning into, like, a doll and decaying, as opposed to the Soichi episode. That's what I thought for Ito Junji episode 11, was they should have spent way more time on Scarecrow than Supernatural Transfer Student.
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
Like, and like that sort of set the tone for me, and I like lost a little bit of my expectations, and like Smash, it brought it back, and then Rumors killed it again. Like, that was my sort of problem with, because Ito Junji was doing so well, and I think I just kept getting way too high expectations for it.
If you think about it, like, I guess it's kind of like a parallel tie-in to like, oh, the first episode wasn't that scary, and now the last episode wasn't that scary.
No,
so,
it was book-ended. The reason they had Soichi there is because it's book-ended with his stories. So it's like you start with Soichi, you end with Soichi.
Okay, well, if there's a good explanation.
Oh, did Soichi get eaten? Like, is that what we're supposed to believe?
No, if you watch the credits, he's still alive. He just got squashed. He got smashed.
He hits the credits, and it's like a movie.
Of course, Greg watches the ending of some anime, but he doesn't watch this one.
Oh my god. Calm down.
So we're back to Greg trying to spoil the next episode from...
Yeah, no, that's cool, Greg.
That citrus ending.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Understandable.
Have a great day.
Wow.
I feel like
for me at least,
they thought they could do all 24 of these justice, and then realized they could only some of them were good animation wise. But they already picked them, and they already started. They didn't realize it till they were like too late. So they can't be like, oh, I wish we did Amigara Fall, or like one of the Uchiha or whatever, Uzumaki. It's like, why didn't we do one of those? And it's like, well, they probably didn't think that would transfer well, but it was like too late to change. So they had like bad stories mixed with good ones.
Yeah. And I mean, the advantage here is that since there's no real continuity, unless you consider Soichi as continuity, I'd say just jump around, because like there are a lot of good redeeming parts of Ito Junji. It's just that as a whole anime series, and particularly just like the last 2 episodes, like if these happened in like episodes 5 and 6, I probably wouldn't be as disappointed. But every single anime except for Death March and Citrus in our list like stepped up their game for the finales.
Oh, like I feel about ramen.
Ito, Junji, and because like for me, Ito, Junji, and Pop Team have been going back and forth with how good they are, and Pop Team just won. They crushed
solid
Ito, Junji this
solid
time.
Second place.
It was like Pop Team is a solid second. So I'd say with Ito, Junji.
But when it comes to Ito, Junji, like the way that the anime is structured is not like kind of like as like a chronological order thing. So like if you were to put all the episodes in a playlist and press shuffle, you wouldn't have a problem about it, because that's how I view this anime as. It's just like a kind of like a shuffled order. There's not like a certain order you have to watch this anime in, except for the Suichi related episodes. I think you have to watch those in order. But I think it's better if you just shuffle the episodes and just watch the ones that are like most viewed or something.
Listen
because
to
there's
our
definitely some
episodes
volumes
for where
that
we
you
say
have
they're
to
good,
yeah,
and then go
if
to
you
the...
are debating whether or not you should watch a certain episode, just click on a certain episode of our podcast and scrub to that section. And
also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a nice comment knowing saying what you thought about the episode. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Please. Please, we need income.
Please.
Oh my god.
I have a wife and kids.
Oof.
So we're giving
Just like
scores then?
Colonel Hodgins. He's getting a kid.
We're giving scores then for these bad boys.
Oh yeah, scoring.
Okay, you score it first, Caden.
Alright. I'd say 6.5.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on the nose. 6.5.
I'd say 6. It definitely. I personally think that they would have like upgraded animation or just like production in general when you start to start going for the next later episodes. I feel like it would have improved, but it didn't. Not like Citrus. Like Citrus did improve in animation wise. In animation wise, some episodes, but Ito Junji was kind of like consistent, but it wasn't like the best kind of consistent.
It was consistent, but not like the good consistent.
Yeah, it was consistently like fluctuating between good scenes and then bad scenes. Yeah. If that's how you would like, yeah.
Yeah. I'd say watch a few. I'd say watch the best ones out of this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Just refer back to our earlier podcasts.
As we said before, please.
And don't forget to like, comment, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment saying what you thought. Thanks. Oof.
All right. Well, in this case, let's get on to probably the more controversial.
Controversial.
Ramens is. I don't really know what to say. Oh my god. Give me a break.
Banba is ripped.
Ramens! We're on ramens now.
I just wanted to get that off my chest. Banba
in completely
is
unrelated news,
ripped.
Ramens is now my favorite show of the season.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, Banba showing off his muscles with
super
Violet
hot, sexy muscles made me turn made me put the show higher on the list, but I'm gonna have to give it a 9.8.
It's like it's like that one scene is like the producers like sliding in $100 bill right in front of me, and they're just like, hey, we're gonna put that in the anime, you better score us good, give us some good feedback on my anime list.
I was disappointed in Ramens only because my ship didn't sail.
Which ship?
My Linux Banba.
No,
it definitely did sail.
Well,
Lin called Banba-kun.
It wasn't. I know. It was good, but it wasn't the payoff.
Character development.
I wanted a kiss. I wanted a citrus level kiss.
No, there was. The kiss.
I wanted a kiss. I wanted a citrus kiss.
We've definitely hit some character development because you do realize that like the first few episodes,
Lin is trusting
Lin's like,
Banba.
I'm leaving the city, but now he's like,
but now I'm like,
leaving
not
city,
leaving
not
the
with
city.
my boys. Not with my boys.
And it ends with baseball.
Yay! Like I said, it was a baseball anime all along.
Okay, well,
it also gave my favorite line for the whole series. Bon Baka.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm not. Like, it's obvious that this wasn't really that unexpected of an ending.
I told you.
But like,
I told you.
The point of this show isn't really that it's unexpected. The point of this show, and I could kind of tell because it's not really like
original
Durara and Baccano in that sure, you have the colorful cast that are all quirky and everything, but it doesn't have the same tone. This is just a lot, it's fun, and it knows its only real purpose is to just be it's trying to cram everything in there. And for some people, that might kind of
try
bad.
hard to do that, though. I think it does kind of try.
It definitely
tries hard, but
everything.
That's not its real goal.
Yeah, its real goal is just to make it fun.
It's a lighthearted murder anime.
Yeah.
Because if you can't stand hardcore action gore or whatever in usual anime in this genre, then you should stick to this one. If you're into traps and
obviously
gay men for some reason. Who's the guy in the tie with the little girl?
Oh,
he said he was gay.
The gay.
Oh yeah.
There was a scene where he snapped and said, "You don't mess with a gay man," or something like that. I don't have that, but it's on my notes. But it's definitely something he said. Okay, and I didn't see the girl kill anyone, so I'm definitely
that's what you were in for. That was your.
I'm dropping the score a bit.
I mean, remember.
So I'm gonna have to give it a
according
3.
To Citrus, it goes by the trans. According to Citrus,
it's like some kind of gay Bible.
According to Citrus, the more gay people you're around, the gayer you become. So, by the transitive property, who knows? Maybe the Lin Bomba ship will sail. Because
Season 2.
Or it's already sailing.
Season 2. Oh my god.
Maybe it's already sailing. And
it's not going to sail until they have a Citrus level kiss. It's not sailing until then.
I don't know. I think I was happy enough with Lin saying, "Welcome back." And they finally actually.
I didn't love the final Faye fight. It wasn't epic or anything. I don't know. I guess I was expecting something grandiose.
Well, okay. I mean, you could kind of tell based on both of their fighting styles that this wasn't gonna be a.
I don't know. I put
the same fight. Because even the music wasn't
Samurai
as high
versus
energy.
Ninja. I mean, I'd put that fight in episode whatever. I say that was more visually interesting.
Yeah, because those both of them are meant to be showy. I guess Lin is an assassin. He isn't supposed to be showy. He's just supposed to. I guess because it held more
narrative stake.
Yeah, the point of this was more emotional than actually action. So, but given that the selling point of this show is the fact that it's supposed to be a fun action show. And traps.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's just say that.
Oof.
But Greg is right. I mean, I don't know, there really is nothing much to this anime.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Nothing much.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, it's fun, but
it's no masterpiece. But I thought it was fun.
It wasn't bad.
Was it a waste of my time?
No.
Maybe.
No, because things like Citrus and Death March
definitely could have watched a better anime.
Yeah.
Well, you can say that about anything.
Definitely Citrus and Death March, waste of my time.
Yeah. As in they actually sapped extra life force from me.
Yeah. See, the thing is with me, I guess it might have helped that I marathoned both of these because I just watched 11 and 12 consecutively. And I think that just helped, get me in the mood, because usually,
please don't tell me how this got you in the mood, Greg. I think we have a pretty good idea.
But those skirt scenes when he jumps out from the building, definitely.
Well, since I watch an order of the docket, you go from Ito Junji, which is trying to be dark and broody, except for, the Fuchi.
Except for the last episode.
Except for the last episode. But,
hey man,
you go
Suichi's
from a show that tries to take it, that's trying to be dark, broody, philosophical, and then to a show that literally none of those things really apply. They try to be baseball symbolism, guys, but, obviously that's not the reason why you're watching this show. So, I was about more tuned in. Oh my god. Oh yeah, because, you guys already know the real reason why I watch this show.
Yeah, you like the fight scenes. You like the fight scenes.
Oh yeah.
And you like the colors and the music and the traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really a fan of jazz.
Jazz.
Yeah.
Jazz.
So, you like jazz.
You like...
Wow, a B-movie reference.
Yeah, just go ahead
in
and
this
cut
day
this
of
part
age...
Hey, Greg, just go ahead and cut this part out.
Yeah, you're
thanks,
gonna have
Greg.
to cut that out
Thanks,
because
Greg.
we're gonna be demonetized for copyright.
No,
or something.
no,
that
we
just
cannot
implies
reference
that-
the B-movie.
No, just
That
cut out
implies
that part.
that people watch this far in our podcast. No one's gonna even care.
Greg, you jinxed it.
God,
Now we'll
now
never
the
have
couple people
anyone
who
listen
did
this
are gonna
far.
jump ship because you didn't have faith in them. Thanks,
Oh my
Greg.
God, I'm so sorry.
You've got to have faith, just like Lynn has faith in Banba.
Bring it
He didn't even
back.
call him.
Come
He
on.
didn't even call him. He just waited until oh crap, I kind of need him now.
That
Whatever.
is exactly what I freaking what is it? I guessed what was happening. What was it? I called it. Yeah, I didn't know the word. I called it. This was going to happen. The previous 3 episodes, I was like, I'm gonna tell you the whole setup of the next 2 episodes. Bang.
I wish you
And I
said
was
they
ready.
had.
But I didn't guess that. I didn't think that all of them were gonna help out. But Banba was part of it, so technically I'm right.
I mean, I thought it was nice that all of them helped out because it kind of gave every cast member.
Yeah,
a moment.
I mean it's not a special
that's sort
ending,
of the point.
but
oh boy,
it's mediocre. I'm saying it's
Nice.
it's pretty mediocre anime.
I don't know. I thought it was fun.
All right.
So
that's
scores.
That's a score. Well, Greg, it's your baby.
Yeah, it's great. Go
It's
ahead.
my baby.
Ew.
I say it's tied with Ito Junji. I give it a 6.5.
Wow.
What was that?
I'd say it's probably less
What
than
was
6.
that?
Oh.
I said
Really?
wow.
I don't
Actually,
know. I
no.
thought it was fun.
I'm gonna say it's
No.
a solid 6. 6.5. Probably because I enjoyed it more than Ito Junji, just by a little bit.
I'd put it
Just by a
at.
little
I'd put
bit.
it at 6.5 too. I'd say quality-wise,
Alright.
it ends up being the same as what Junji.
I just
turned out
want.
to be.
I wanted more Lin and Banba action.
Oh yeah, if they actually
Ooh,
set
yeah.
that, I would have put it 7.5. Easy
OVA,
if they
so,
if they paid it off.
Easy
If they
OVA.
paid off the- if they
Easy
paid off the gay
7.5.
relationship,
Easy.
7.5.
Yeah, so producers listening to this,
Next
please.
season. Next season.
OVA.
OVA.
What?
Definitely a fan service
Ken,
OVA.
you weren't disappointed. You weren't disappointed. We wanted
No.
a Yuri/Yaoi anime this season that was good, and we
No,
got.
yeah, I
Robins.
did. At least we got one.
We got
it wasn't
Robins.
even advertising.
At least we
itself
got
like
one.
that. It wasn't
Just
even
wasn't the
advertising.
one we
itself.
expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a sports anime and a yaoi anime in disguise.
Man, it's like free but with murder.
No, stop.
Yeah. Okay.
we got the Eric
Greg, that's
Andre
the best
iCarly
idea.
show in
That's the
anime.
best idea for an anime you've said ever.
Free but
It's
murder.
murder.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine.
That's the
just
episode
how
title, guys. It's free but with
Free
murder.
No, it's finale. It's finale.
Oh god.
put that
Alright.
in parentheses.
Okay.
Greg.
Well, I guess
Greg's
we don't
gonna
need
be
to.
like,
I guess we don't
"Oh,
need
the
to
title's
rank.
too
We
long."
don't need to rank these because we already.
Yeah, I
gave
guess we don't
scores.
need to rank.
But I think we should have a bit of a retrospective, kind of an after hours. Whole like. I enjoyed my time here with all of you.
Definitely.
My closest anime.
Oh, yeah.
God, it sounds like we're breaking up Sugoi.
No,
Yeah, it sounds like we're
we'll
the
be back
Muse
next season.
final live. It
Like,
sounds
we'll be
like we're
back.
just
God.
But this is our first one, so it's like the baby.
Yeah,
it's a
it's nice.
kickstart.
Yeah, it's nice.
We'll look
Yeah,
back on this
it's
fondly.
like,
By the way,
Look,
a
it's-
complete list of rankings are going to be on screen. So,
ooh.
yeah, I'll
Can't wait to see
compile
that. And
Wow.
the 2 people who listen to our podcast,
Look at that.
apparently, that's what Greg said.
Oh boy.
Maybe this one will go viral. Hey, you never know.
Yeah. You never know. Maybe
You never
someone
know.
might stumble on this and listen
Hey,
all
we
through.
shouldn't. You don't do this for the fame. You do it because
You don't do
it's
it
what
for
you
the
love.
fame. You definitely
Look
don't
at-
podcast for the fame.
You do it because it's what you love.
Yep.
Oh man,
People keep. I've had actual people like ask me, "Hey, when's the last episode being released?"
Because
that's cool.
I've actually had people, and that puts a smile on my face knowing that people out there realize that we haven't been producing content in a while.
Yeah.
So
honestly, we are sorry about that.
Yeah. I think though we may be taking a different approach in the spring, just because I'm not sure how reliable it will be for us to meet every single week for the spring anime, and already like some spring anime are 3 episodes in. So
holy crap!
Our new
what
format? Yeah,
what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So our new format, it might be that we are going to do like go by like 3s. Maybe
that might actually
do like a first reaction.
I mean, like it's not like we're going to. Yeah. It's not like we're going to walk in with another death march this season. Yeah, we're not going to have another death march on our hands, so it's not going to be like a podcast that long.
No.
And one of the things that kind of frustrates me is just like the spring is so full of sequels that we might have to break
a little. We
might have to break a rule, but we might talk.
Which I'm extremely mad at.
I'm willing to loophole SAO into it. I am willing to do that.
Yeah, I want to watch. Technically,
SAO is not a second season, so I haven't finished SAO, but I'm willing to watch this one because it's apparently a spin-off.
Sequel. Yeah.
So spin-offs are allowed. Sequels, you're gonna have to give a little more leeway on certain.
I'm gonna watch Steins Gate Zero, but like because if you didn't watch,
I'm watching Steins Gate Zero.
You're gonna be
Steins Gate Zero, and then there's like Fooly Cooley's second season, which I heard is really good, but I haven't finished Fooly Cooley, which I'm super mad because
isn't there like 2 Fooly Cooley seasons coming out?
Yeah.
That's pretty
season
cool.
2 and 3 are coming out.
We're gonna end there. You know, I think we should end. So
no, we're signing off with next season.
Oh
that's
my
how
gosh!
Signed up.
All right, next season.
1.
All right, so we have to set 2, 3.
Fall in love again with
us next season.
You messed it up so bad.
We're never gonna do it. We're not gonna get it right. So
yeah, we're never.
Maybe stick around for next season. Maybe Greg might actually do it right this time.